Hi students, this is problem number 33. The EMF of the cell in the given circuit is to be found. So you can see that what is the value of capital E, the EMF of the cell we have to find out. So it is a network of so many resistors. So here is a 2 ohm resistor, 4 ohm, 2 ohm, 2 ohm, 1 ohm and 1 ohm. So the current sent by the battery is assumed to be I ampere. The current sent by the battery is main current. Main current is I ampere. But a clue is given in the network. You see that in the branch CF, C to F, the current is given as 1 ampere in the question itself. So the current flowing from C to F is 1 ampere is a clue for us. Okay. So what is the current I we have to find from the known value? So for that, first I will find out the total effective resistance. The total effective resistance of the circuit I am going to find out. So we have done already 32 problems based on Kirchhoff's law and the effective resistance in series and parallel and all. So shortcuts you must be knowing by this time. Now you can see here between C and F the resistance is 2 ohm and between C and D 1 ohm, D and E another 1 ohm. So this 1 ohm and 1 ohm will be in series, so it will add up to 2 ohm. So this 2 ohm in parallel to 2 ohm. So the effective resistance across C and F will be 2 ohm parallel 2 ohm, that is 1 ohm. I am not going to write all the steps. Okay students. So the effective resistance, if you see the effective resistance between C and F is equal to 2 ohm parallel 2 ohm is equal to 1 ohm. And that 1 ohm is in series with this 2 ohm. So that the resistance between B and G, the resistance between B and G is 4 ohm parallel 3 ohm. Okay, 4 ohm parallel 3 ohm. And the resistance between A and B is 2 ohm, that is in series with 4 ohm parallel 3 ohm. So the effective resistance is this 2 ohm, this 2 ohm plus this 4 into 3 divided by 4 plus 3. This 3 ohm, how it has come already I have told you. This 1 and 1 in series is 2 ohm. That 2 ohm and 2 ohm in parallel is 1 ohm. That 1 ohm in series with 2 ohm is 3 ohm. That 3 ohm and 4 ohm are parallel. So that parallel combination of 4 and 3 is added with this 2 ohm. Okay. So this is now equal to 2 plus 4 3s are 12 divided by 4 plus 3 7. So this is equal to 14 plus 12 divided by 7. Therefore R effective, the effective value of resistance is equal to 26 by 7 ohm. So this is the first step required for us. The total effective resistance is equal to what? 26 by 7 ohm. Okay. Now here there are so many closed loops. So many closed loops are there. The middle loop B, C, F, G, B I am going to consider. So I will apply Kirchhoff's voltage law to the loop. Okay, which loop? B, C, then F, G, B. F, G, B. So in this closed loop, now you see here at the junction B, when the main current I ampere will reach the junction, it is dividing into 2 paths. So it is dividing into 2 paths. I will take this current flowing in the path BC is equal to I1 ampere. Therefore, the remaining current must be I minus I1 ampere. So I ampere flows towards B. At B there are 2 paths. Along the path BC, the current flowing is I1, means the remaining current I minus I1 is flowing through the 4 ohm resistor. So this current is I minus I1. Then this I1 ampere is flowing up to the junction C. So up to junction C the current is I1 ampere. After C, beyond C there are 2 paths. So the current is going to flow in 2 paths. One is C to F, the other one is C to E through D. But what is the resistance between C and F is 2 ohm. Between C and E is 1 plus 1, 2 ohm. So when 2 equal resistors are connected, means how does the current divide? equally. The current will divide equally. So if this current flowing from B to C is equal to I1 ampere, means at junction C, since equal resistors are there in both the paths, the currents will be I1 by 2 along CD and I1 by 2 along CF. So this I1 ampere is divided equally. Understand? Okay, now you see that this current I1 by 2, this current I1 by 2 is equal to 1 ampere. Is it not 1 ampere? Okay, now we are observing the loop BC, FG, B. Okay, you take the first arm BC. The IR product is 2 into I1. So I will write the IR product 2 into I1. Then C to F, the IR product is what? 2 into I1 by 2. So this is plus 2 into I1 divided by 2. Then I am proceeding from F to G, no resistor. Now I am proceeding from G to B. I am proceeding G to B in the upward direction. But in which direction the current is flowing? It is flowing from B to G, opposite to GB. Therefore, here I take a minus sign. Have you understood the importance of minus sign here? I am proceeding from G to B in the upward direction to complete the loop. But the current I1 is I1, that is I minus I1. The current I minus I1 is flowing from B to G. So, through the 4 ohm resistor. So, minus 4 into I minus I1. So, this is I minus I1. Okay. So, left hand side, Kirchhoff's second law, IR product, the summation I have written. Right hand side is the algebraic sum of the EMFs of the cell or batteries. So, in B to C, no battery, C to F, F to G and G to B, there is no EMF. Therefore, the right hand side is equal to what? 0. Okay. Now, we expand 2I1. This 2 and 2 get cancelled, is it not? So, 2I1 plus, after cancelling these two, I1, then minus of 4 into I. So, this is minus 4 into I. Minus of minus is plus. Plus 4 into I1 is equal to 0. So, this is 2I1 plus I1 is 3I1 plus 4I1 is 7I1. 7I1 is equal to 4I. Okay, 7I1 is equal to 4I. Therefore, what is I equal to? I equal to 7 by 4 times I1. Okay, 7 by 4 times I1. This is another equation which is required. The relation between the main current I and the branch current I1 we have got. Now, from C to F, the current I1 by 2 is flowing, but its value is given in the question as what? 1 ampere. So, I1 by 2 must be equal to 1 ampere, is it not? So, I1 by 2 is equal to 1. So, this implies I1 is equal to 2 ampere. I1 is equal to what? 2 ampere. So, what is the main current? I can easily find out. I have found the value of I1 now. I1 is equal to 2 ampere. Therefore, what is I equal to? Therefore, I is equal to 7 by 4 into 7 by 4 into, instead of I1, I will substitute to 2. Okay? So that now these 2's are 4. So this is equal to 7 by 2. Therefore, what is the main current? I is equal to 7 by 2. 7 by 2 ampere. Okay? 7 by 2 ampere. Okay, now we have to find the EMF of the cell. So the total resistance in the circuit is how much? R effective is equal to 26 by 7 ohm, and the total or main current supplied by the cell is equal to how much? 7 by 2 ampere. Therefore, E must be equal to what? I into R effective. Okay, therefore EMF of the cell. Okay, EMF of the cell is E is equal to this main current I into the total or effective resistance R effective. So this is equal to the current I is equal to how much? 7 by 2 ampere. So this is a 7 by 2 ampere. into what is the effective resistance or equivalent resistance is equal to 26 by 7. So this is 26 divided by 7. So which factor can be cancelled here is a 7. 7 can be cancelled, okay, on both sides. So this is equal to what? 26 by 2, okay. 26 by 2 is equal to 13 volt. So the EMF is equal to how much? Therefore EMF is equal to 13 volt we are getting. So which of the following options must be correct? You see here option B. So option B is equal to 13 volt, is it not? Therefore option B is the correct answer. So option B is the correct answer. Have you understood? Fine. Problem number 34. The effective resistance between the points P and Q of the electrical circuit shown below is to be determined. So now you can see that this is a network consisting of several resistors and particularly you watch this one D, E, Q, P. So it appears like a Wheatstone's network. In this the two resistors here 2 and 2 and we say R and R, they are equally distributed, symmetric with respect to the arm AB. Therefore this 2R by small r is equal to 2R by small r. So no current will flow between A and B, so that this resistor 2R can be removed. So this resistor 2R can be omitted. Similarly, PQFG is also a closed loop. It's a Wheatstone's bridge. And R by 2R is equal to R by 2R. So it is a balanced Wheatstone's bridge. Therefore, this 2R is ineffective because the potential at B and C will be the same. No current will flow through this 2R. Therefore, these two resistors are omitted. So I will write DEQP. Okay. So DEQP and PQFG. PQFG are balanced Wheatstone bridges. Okay, are balanced Wheatstone bridges. Balanced Wheatstone bridges. Therefore, this 2R and 2R, okay, 2R and 2R between AB and BC, okay, AB and BC are omitted. This is the understanding point first. Afterwards, it is very simple only. So if you remove these 2R and 2R means then the circuit gets reduced like this, is it not? So here this 2R and it is in series with another 2R. In the middle arm, this small r is in series with another small r. In the lower arm, 2R and 2R in series, like this it will come. So that this point is P and this point is Q. So this is 2R and this is 2R. So 2R and 2R. This is small r and small r. Now this 2R plus 2R is 4R. This 2R plus 2R is also 4R. So 4R and 4R, they are in parallel. So it becomes what again? 2R. It becomes 2R. So the effective resistance of 2R, 2R and 2R and 2R is 4R parallel 4R is 2R. So this is equivalent to, this is equivalent to 2R and 2 small r like this, okay. So this is 2 capital R and 2 small r. So now we can find the effective resistance. Therefore, what is R equivalent or R effective is equal to the parallel combination of these two. So this is 2R into 2 small r divided by 2R plus 2 small r. So 2 into 2, 4. 4 capital R small r divided by 2 into R plus r. So this 4 by 2 is 2. Therefore, R effective is equal to 2 into capital R small r divided by R plus r. So this is the answer. Have you understood? Now you see which option is correct. Option A is 2 into capital R small r by r plus r. Therefore, the first option, okay, option A must be the correct answer. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. I hope you must have understood, okay? Fine.